I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
I fear for the Arbor, yet would seem there is far more at stake.
Vindamund? Jarmen ran soron.
You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
Halan ostolintan, non wende hiros.
Ilmen
I fear for
arenfanne.
the Arbor, yet would seem there is far more at stake. The very world is
Svindemund Fionaro.
Halan ostolintan, non wende hiros.
Ayu, fanamo nemetan.
The flow of time feels almost unsteady.
Twould seem this is no longer the world we know.
Lungtena peli telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Kiriando an mindor hiroth, arta hir kurir, mor. Kiriando an mindor hiroth, arta hir. Kiriando an mindor hiroth, arta hir. Kiriando an mindor.
Pray, allow me to...
Kiriando an mindor hiroth. Kiriando. Kiriando an mindor.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these, if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Kirandone halana, alekanonande.
The sky glows red. Kemenindor, Fionard.
My duty is to care for this. Our the Arbor Heart, she is called. She has been with us a very long time. She is nature's very heart, and a pillar of strength for my people. We have always lived in harmony with nature, and the Arbor Heart is our connection to the land. Yet, day by day, her strength is failing. I must give her nourishment of the soil to help her recover. A special kind, called Gwifentia in my language. I know not what you would call it in yours. Once, a dwarf wandered into the arbor and gifted some to us. It filled the Arbor Heart with life. Now, little remains. too little for the Arbor Heart to recover her strength in full. She begins to wane. Do you know of this substance? It must be found outside the Arbor somewhere. If you find any, will you tell me where it lies?
You can always depend upon me to translate for you, Master. Gwifencha is the Elvish word for scale cinder.
In your tongue, it is called scale cinder? Where can it be found, I wonder?
Now, scale cinder is a byproduct of the Batali smithing style. A Batali blacksmith ought to be able to tell us more.
If you see him on your journey, will you let me know?
Salma Arisen. Alekamo Nande.
Kimin Ross, Bakasa. Arinfeld.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
Indeed, and the researchers employed there are as tight-lipped as they come.
It is all very secretive. I wonder what the citizenry make of it.
Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear? Don't bring trouble to my... Don't bring trouble.
Aye. What brings you to Brocker's smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Well, you're in a luck. Our forge is flit. Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you. Unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save this singularly flavoursome dish, Nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw. Don't believe me? Bring a bowl of it to Brocker. You'll soon see.
So the blacksmith ought grant us some Gwifencha in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Derren of this, Master? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
You have... Our gratitude. Lead the way.
The sky glows red. Have you found Gwifencha? A dwarven blacksmith has some? Truly? But elves and dwarves do not see, eye to eye. I fear the smith will not heed my plea. You believe he will if I prepare an elven dish? Which one? Nutriarb. Dwarves have a liking for it, they say? Are you certain? Nutriarb is not very tasty. Few elves enjoy it. It is a pungent stew of old fish and apples, boiled till it forms a thick paste. But I shall prepare it, if it has any chance of bringing me Grafentia. The Arbor Heart depends upon it. Would you be willing to gather the ingredients for me? You won't have to go far to find them. I thank you. I need only the two main ingredients, rotten apples and rotten fish. Bring them to me, and I will prepare Nutriarb.
Rotten fish and apples. My stomach lurches at the very thought. But I suppose we ought to procure them all the same.
You have my support.
I fear for the Arbor. Yet 'twould seem there is far more at stake here. The very world is under threat. Nun ve oyanda atar.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Vindamund?
Ronde Minotaur.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I do not understand. What has befallen our world?
In truth, I cannot help but fear what lies ahead. Yet I shall defend our master's world all the same.
Isolad fanum nandawin le karim.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard. We are none of us alike invoking.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
I see it as a glad thing. We are well poised to supplement each other's strengths.
Isolad fanum Nandawin Academy.
I fear for the Arbor. Yet would seem
Ne a fair more fin than Tarma. A fair pele in Minisvarna.
Atanefin. Halana
We herua. Elelote osto silfa malantha alecano mine in Fair avehum. Angudu telpe.
The apples and fish we gathered have gone rotten, Master, judging by the smell. Shall we see them to Miss Darren? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
The sky glows red with beauty. Do you have the ingredients? This is all I need. I will prepare the dish now. It shan't take long. My people dwell in the mountains, so we are rarely able to dine on fish from the sea. This dish was first made by an elf with a craving for fish, when no fresh fish was to hand. These fish already stink of the sea. Left to rot, they turn even more pungent. Nutriarb is oft served at celebratory events, but I have never seen anyone eat it. Everyone turns their noses from the smell. I must endure. It is almost finished, thankfully. The stink is more than I can bear. It is ready, but it is so vile. I cannot understand how anyone could stomach it, let alone enjoy it. I fear the dwarven blacksmith will be angry if I present him with this. But I will trust in you. Come, let us away to Batal. I thank you. Here, my brother gave this to me. Might we not use it now? The sooner we arrive, the better.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
So you'll be bringing the elf here, anon? That ought be interesting. You're back! And who's that you've got with you? An elf? I ne'er met one afore. Not quite what I imagined, if I'm honest. Well met. The name's Sarah. I'm an apprentice here at the smithy.
Well met.
She's the one who's after the scale cinder, I expect. Have you brought some of that elven delicacy along with you then, like I suggested?
Yes, I have the Nutriarb with me.
Marvellous. I thought I smelt it on you. Mark me, you put that in front of Brocker, and he'll fain hear out your request. Right, follow me. I've just cleaned out the forge, see, so we'll need to make for the cavern where we dump all the excess scale cinder. Come on, you two. The cavern's this way.
Shall we follow Sir Sara, Master? With any luck, we'll have pockets full of scale cinder before the day is done.
By your leave.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Stomach's complaining.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late!
Right, here we are. Oi, Brocker, you in here?
What's all this racket? I thought I told you that... You imbecile! You brought an elf here, of all things! Get her out of here, now!
Hold a moment, Brocker. She's brought something for you. Don't you want to see what is?
A gift. For you.
Ah! What makes you think I'd be able to stomach your elven cooking? I'm gonna go dispose of this, and I expect the elf to be gone when I return.
What am I to do now?
What you came here for, of course! This is your chance!
Truly? But...
You'll have to be quick, mind. Brocker makes short work of his meals. While you're at it, you might have yourselves a little competition, eh? See who can collect more of the stuff. Anyway, good luck. I'll be outside keeping watch. Best start searching. Brocker might be back any moment.
It seems Sir Broker has a taste for the elven dish after all. Let us use this chance to gather ample sales.
The same foe? Again?
This is a poor remuneration for our efforts.
Rarely have I felt so empty.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I must get as much as I can. The
A profitable endeavor.
Where else can I look?
'Tis no small wonder that obstacles cease to flourishing, given the state of things.
Will the day ever come when we might employ one again?
Oh! Are you done collecting already? That was quick. Suppose we'll wait till Darren's done as well, then head back, eh?
I'll pick that up. We might.
My heart is racing. I thought the dwarf would catch us. How much scale cinder did you get? You've got so much. With this, the Arbor Heart will undoubtedly recover. For now, I must return and tend to the Arbor Heart. I hope you will come visit us again. I should like you to see the Arbor Heart, restored. And I must thank you as well, Sarah. You and the blacksmith, Brocker.
Not at all. 'Twas my pleasure. I'm sure Brock'd say the same if he weren't so stubborn.
Now the Arbor Heart is sure to recover, and seeing Miss Darren's cheerful mien made all our labors worthwhile.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Well met.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
You've pushed your luck too far. I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it. Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Bled tempers are understandable, given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Bagbatal.
Right you are.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir!
I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Well now, else there is no tomorrow! Don't fret. You've got twice their pluck.
What's this now? Puzzle this out.
Well now, else there is no tomorrow! Let this be a dream, a nightmare.
Stay back. This will get caught.
You dare violate the sanctity of our jewel?
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Oi! I saw it first. Phew, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
All right, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies. I'll not take that from you.
You said it's bad to hurt people. You look big and strong. Can you stop them fighting? You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait, you shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, hey?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
Outstanding.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Steal yourself! For me to stop.
Trusting yourself as I trusted you!
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Things appear to have quieted down around the city. Shall we bring word of our doings to Sir Manella?
I've wares aplenty, as you can see. Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
I am well aware of the particulars.
Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
My stomach's growling. Time for an ace.
I only polished it this morning.
The heavens
Slim pickings of late.
Tis high time I began my meditation. Places such as this ought to be.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Back Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
A result to be proud of.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Lomentari. Kyriando an mindor Hiroth? Kyriando an...
And the wind fan.
Ne ingarina Roman. Ayolot, ronde millet. Isolod fanu, nandawin le
Non fe nembawe.
Ronde minita.
Nefernis ali.
Ala Kariun. Heron on Alastan Monelinta.
Longtena fir oyo.
I fear for the arbor.
At long last, life buds anew from the arbor heart. If we make a cutting from her boughs, she could take root elsewhere. We can make our home in any land, so long as she is with us. And though we may leave the arbor behind, we will carry with us something far more, precious. Our lives. I wish to speak with Father. Would you come with me?
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
I quite agree.
Kiriando.
Findelnar, nevea nolwendelis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar. Nun
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen ros. Hera ur lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfir tara. Eteler karil morivin alkadar palan. Kemen nun lis alecano. Surne kemen ros herenon yav kuruir. Falis isilrod lintar. Ne yav alecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
nun lis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin. Morivin kemen tur alecano. Menelum hiroth mor karilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa. Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine.
Of course.
Salma Arisen. Alecano Nandari.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
I've got to throw goods. Shift on each other. I find goods for sale.
Since times of eld, dragon blood. Remember, draconic blood flows through the vein. Then I bid ye farewell. Since times of eld, remember. Draconic blood flew, then I bid ye farewell. Since times of eld, remember. Draconic blood flows. The veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye bring.
I shall harness. Then I bid ye farewell. Since time, remember. Draconic blood flows through the vein. Of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. I've weapons to truth be told. I'm of half a mind to pack up and... Leave. What with the volcano growing more... active of late is much obliged. I've fine goods for sale. I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a... Mind to pack up and leave.
What with the volcano growing... Much obliged.
Since times of ed, remember. Draconic blood flows through. Then I bid ye farewell.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
Casinque telpe nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasfana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kenalen meltol, parante lume anlis, ne kemen kayayinjo munsil. Ne meltol linkan aldacar, an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis iltiel?
Palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor arta her. Firnis an erumar isilrod eteller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falesmir magananon?
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
We seem to have arrived without issue, but are we safe here?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regentkin. Let us aid him however we may.
I am well aware of the particulars.
We shall remain here.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. Do with me as you will. I care not what befalls me now. I fear you loathe me, Arisen. But I suppose that is only to be expected. I fear you loathe... What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
Such quietude is a blessing.
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive. If I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
My sword arm.
Peril can result from a moment's incaution.
Back to it, I suppose.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
Got to keep moving. It is our duty to see this peace.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Begone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best think again. I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety. Fine. What are you doing? Put that away. No, spare me. I pray you. I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
They say a crisis reveals one's true character. But that man was no less miserably selfish than he always seemed.
True enough.
Those new recruits barely live.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Can't complain, mate.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Quiet at last.
Placed, strapped. I'm ready.
I could see myself waiting on the report.
This is where I come when... Life gets... overwhelming.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Twas intriguing to watch a mage hold their own on the front lines. I did not think such a thing could be done. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Why is everyone always in such a hurry?
Bit bland. I sleep on my woes.
Mayhap this ladder... is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
Would that we could stop the clouds from encroaching further.
Is there nothing else to be done?
Now our adventure begins in earnest. Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Well fought, Arisen.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing.
Where you do not succumb to frostbite. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
Our foe is repelled by some miracle. Now this region shall be safe, at least for the time being.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid.
Battle is ours!
Consciousness fades. Pray stop me, lest I bring you harm.
A fell force has taken hold of our ally. But fret not! We can banish the fiend's influence with holy attacks.
Ice's sting is yours to wield. We are to retreat then?
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
You have my support.
Be wary! That fiend has the power to pull forth spirits without end.
And grant its servants their deserved rest.
Arisen! Are you all right?
Our enemies have grown in number. This battle's end is more distant than I hoped. A moment of indecision may still our food.
I nearly did as duty demands.
Splendid.
I shall finish this! For the Arisen!
Our comrade is under the enemy's control. Try and stop me, lest I bring you harm! Let my magics grant you an element of
What's more, often we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Most impressive fight!
Our foe is not yet down.
Certainly worthwhile.
The Arisen has been taught. Quick, douse the flames!
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. Not even Vernworth is safe from the pall of destruction. Now we face a foe no less fearless than the dragon.
I shall not rest until it has tasted every ounce of fear it has in me. go.
I do not understand. This kingdom was built on the Arisen's rightful rule, and yet the people shun their true sovereign.
It matters not. We shall rise to face this calamity, with or without their support.
Let my magic imbue your weapon, the fury of the elements.
I will finish this here and now. Our foe is blessed with swiftness, yet the terrain is in our favor. With plentiful foot. Holds for which to strike.
peril has passed by our efforts, if only for a time. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry. There is aught I would ask of you. My thanks.
I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. Always a pleasure.
The red clouds are suffused with ill intent. Might they not be someone's will made manifest?
There must be a way to force them to recede. There must.
My thanks. Pray, take this with my sincerest gratitude.
Kind to me, but I could spend all day.
Shall we get some rest then? Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
Where are the skeletons?
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses. Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome, know...
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Lo, a ballista.
It is not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagined would be most beneficial in combat. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought. Put it to good use.
Very well. I shall return.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns!
Behold! It moves! Though what impelled it, I cannot say. Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
The statue can be moved. It does not appear poised to attack us. Let us keep watch for the time being.
You see, Arisen? We have naught to fear from any overgrown lizard.
astonishing! It repelled the red clouds. Did the pawn within impel the statue to action?
Is this how our world is to meet its end? How uninspired. So long as breath swells within my body, despair has no hold on me, for possibility does not exist without hope.
Battle is best avoided here.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. A ballista is a ranged weapon.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
Methinks these climbs are ill-suited to habitation.
'Tis a lonely place, to be sure.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for resistance is long past.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us.
I dare say. There'd be no harm in using this.
There's a chest. I shall take a look inside.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Fancy a look at my wares?
I've weapons, truth be told. I'm of half a mind to... pack up and leave. Much obliged.
grafting onto it a role, a duty, an identity. I speak of the dragon. By the great will does the dragon create a cycle, allowing it to forestall the end of this world time and time again. Yes, Arisen. This world has been safeguarded by the dragon all along. You yourself were chosen to form a part of this cycle. The Arisen is selected by the Great Will to play the role of the dragon's counterpart. That is how this world is built. The dragon serves to continue the cycle, and the Arisen exists to oppose it. This is the true meaning of the dragon's law. Once, everyone in this world had a role to play. For a well-crafted tale has no excess. There must be a reason for each character's inclusion. Yet, this means that should even one of these characters stray from their assigned role, the tale entire will unravel. And if it does, their world will end. Such is the choice you have made, Arisen. By rejecting your own duty in this world, you have robbed all others of the chance to fulfill those they were assigned. Pawns are no exception. Born in the nothingness of living, they were granted the role of aiding the perpetuation of the cycle. Yet, left to the dragon, that role has been unwritten. Only nothingness affects the now.
Tis clear to me now, Arisen. I am no longer a mere vessel. Your great will has imbued me with a lesser will of my own. Will is power. Tis the means to shape the world as one desires.
Oblivion fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it aches. A new world comes. A new tale is set to unfold. Yet, it seems I will not be there to watch it.
drown.